Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. And when last we left off, we created our character, Lirin, the half-Orlan ranger, who fights alongside a bear at a distance. She was once a labourer in the Living Lands, but now she is on her way to the Gilded Vale. Or she was until she got sick. The caravan has stopped, in part because of the path being blocked ahead, but also to see if they can tend to Lirin. Let's hope we don't perish in the tutorial. That would be awkward. Our character is done, so let us press done and see just what's going on. We have a new quest. Journey to the Gilded Vale. We'll try. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red moustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis. Already you can see the difference between this game and Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale. 3D models for the people walking about.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
Those rocks are probably going to be very important.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over. There's Biscuit.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. In which case you'll be dead in a day.
I'd rather that didn't happen.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
That's good of you.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Sparvel nods and slides the warm bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What about these ruins? What are they?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Probably for good reason, Odema.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Let's select that one, shall we? Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Could just be very old. Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business.
We'll try.
And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather did they get out here?
This time of year? Rain, mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowick. Born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
Well, that sounds important. What are the chances we're going to be caught in that? I'd say high. What are these huge rocks coming out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
I could believe that.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Understandable. Let's see if we can get ourselves fixed up. I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travellers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armour-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up, on her own time. She needs to find some springberries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
I like her already.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
I really like her.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
This Beawick is worrisome, apparently. And now we have a party.
Let's get going before you keel over.
I'll try. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first time in the world of Eora, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools and interfaces available to you. Gotcha. Your party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the Glamfathom ruins, Ordema has assigned Kalisha to help you. Kalisha is a fighter, a class that excels at close quarters defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. I'll try! To select a party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position in the party. That will be 2 for Kalisha, starting with 1 on the left. To select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag the marquee over the circles of the party members you'd like to include. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen where your cursor is a circle, 4 wedges. All selected characters will path to their corresponding positions in the formation. If you see a red circle with a slash through it, you can't walk there. When multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's options, select only that character. Alright, so right-clicking brings some more inventory. We have a set of brigandine armor and a hunting bow. We also have here a cloak of the Obsidian Order. Well, I'll wear that, and it'll appear on my character, which is awesome. The Obsidian Order is shrouded in mystery, with even the Hand Occult having few clues about their origins. Some scholars have speculated that the Order's members are a diverse group from all over Eora, brought together by their love of exploration, fierce battle, and wondrous stories. As for you, you're equipped with some scale mail, you have a battle axe, and a torch. Useful. Alright. We have people we can talk to.
Yes?
There is Caravana, 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 and many more Caravanners. There's also things we can open. You know the first thing we should do though? It's save. Saving seems like a very important thing to do. So, I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to grab some dry wooden clothing, which has no damage reduction, and a lockpick. Ooh, that lockpick might be useful. These slender steel tools can be used to assist in opening a variety of locks. If a lock is slightly outside the range of a picker's expertise, some lockpicks may be sacrificed in the process of opening it. Good. Also right-click these clothes. Though most Direwoodens originated in the Edir Empire, Direwooden clothing has changed a great deal since the initial waves of colonization. Direwooden favour tough garments, often made from wool and deerskin. Due to the changing weather in the Eastern Reach, vests and other layers are common in Direwooden daily outfits. Yep, we're going to take that because it seems like a good thing to take. Anything else we can take? That's locked. Difficulty 1.
I'd be glad to.
Try and open it. Hello, Biscuit. How you doing? Biscuit has 40 endurance. I have 33.
Not sure how I feel about this.
Lockpicks required 1, party lockpicks 1. Do I want to pick the lock? You know what? Sure.
There you go.
What's in it? A potion of minor endurance. This vibrant purple potion has an equally apparent effect. For imbibing it immediately grants a rush of energy, restoring vitality and briskness to even the most haggard and weary of travellers. Perfect. We'll take it. And nobody cares. Excellent. Other people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. Caravan life doesn't agree with you, does it? You look as raw as that merchant Hearden. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant Hearden has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. Fantastic. Let's chat with more people. All kinds of beasts in these woods. And then you have the tribes.
Yes?
We're going to move as a pair. Or rather as a trio. Don't mind Adema. This is as good a place to camp as any.
At once.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that. Your stats, by the way, can I see them? No, I can't. Oh well, which will all be fine. Anyway, let's
I'm here.
chat with people. I've travelled with the demo before. He's never led us astray. And I hope he doesn't now. I see more and more people on the roads these days, looking for safety in towns and cities, it seems. It's best not to wander alone, especially so near the ruins. And yet we're going to be. Caravan life doesn't agree with you. Yep, it does
Absolutely.
not. I suppose you wouldn't know much about the Glenfathens. They're mighty protective of places like this. Not surprised. Ooh! Box! Ooh, we have copper pans. This is a high-volume direwooden currency used in everyday trade and is the basis of most transactions. Mine and minor regeneration. These blue-green liquids are attributed to powers with the powers of recuperation, restoring energy and liveliness to the weary or morose over a period of time. You'd think this would be able to restore us and cure us of my illness, but no. Could keep talking to you, I suppose.
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Okay, we will
Yes?
not. Is there a map? Not here, there isn't. We have map. There we go. M is map. And there's Hearden. We do want to speak with Hearden.
Certainly.
So let's go.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Ooh. As luck would have it, we might need supplies. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Well, who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
We might as well try. I imagine Lirim being quite optimistic. My thoughts exactly.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Tell me about the Adir Empire. I don't know much about it.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners. So now I know it's called Deerwood. Thanks for the clarification on the pronunciation. Why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Raed Ceres. I am being taught all the pronunciations by Hearden. Deerwood is a former Adir colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. And as much as I admire the Raed Serens' work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. Seems like you got the short end of the stick here. I don't see it that way. Hearden begins restacking the crates in his wagon. My brothers and I are all working together for the sake of family enterprise. You now have one rank in a disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favoured by some people, and benign reputations will often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their disposition with what is favoured by their deity and order respectively. For the main character only, the disposition will modify the effects of Holy Radiance and Faith for paladins. I don't know what disposition I gained, but I gained it. Let's see what you got. Okay, you have various things. Stores allow you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces, or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a generally reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory for much higher cost. Stores periodically refresh their inventories. We have very little money. You will buy this for 75. What I want... Ooh, lockpicks might be a good idea. I want a pike. That's what I want. That's one of the weapons I'm going to be focusing on. So, I'd like a pike. I'd also like a lockpick or two. I'm currently wearing brigadine, so that's fine. Give me 2 lockpicks. Give me 2 lockpicks. You never know when you might need lockpicks. We can also retrain our character, but we won't. We will trade. And that's fine. Now that we have this,
I'm here.
we will carry on our merry way, but first we'll have a chat with you again, see if there's anything else to talk about.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
We could go through all this stuff again, but I don't think we will. Let's keep going.
I'm here.
We'll be given more tutorial eventually, I'm sure. We should save. We should absolutely save. We can't rename our saves, so... You can see Test McTester there. It's a good character. Alright. Anything we can look at? No. You can see the evidence of previous... Oh. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to, and what's left to explore. By pressing M, we can explore more efficiently. Ah, here's Sparfle. Well, let's talk to Sparfle.
Yes?
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Yes?
That's true. If the stream was going somewhere, I'd be concerned. There's a few glowy insects there. Ah, that looks like the bush we want. Let's not go that way right now. Let's instead explore about. Maybe we'll find some combat. There's the stream and an ancient ruin. Nothing here. You never know what we might uncover by running about, seeing what's here, what's there, what's everywhere. Okay. Oh. Sparfle, I think you might be a bit stuck.
There's a grove nearby. Ought to have what you're looking for.
Okay. Oh, now he's moving. Okay. Oh, there is an animal. Understandably, they ran away from us. There's this ruin here. We can't go into this ruin. Not from here. There's not a lot to this map. But there is an area down here. Oh! Oh! There's a dead person here. There's a couple of dead people here. That doesn't fill me with joy. Travelers, maybe. Or looters. Or bandits. Bad sign anyway, you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. There's something we can loot here. Aha! A lockpick and leather armor. I'll take those. There's another corpse here. There's a few corpses here. Well, now I have 3 lockpicks and something to sell. We're going to be selling that armor. Actually, no, we'll keep the armor for now. You never know when we might end up finding another party member. Party AI is active. Ah. Strange illness. -3 concentration, -3 fortitude. Good to know. We don't know what this illness is, but hopefully we can fight it off. Use a tab key to highlight interactable objects in the environment. Well, there are no interactable objects here. Not that I can see. That doesn't mean to say there aren't any. Ooh. The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or
This is recent. Not good.
No, that is not good, but there is something here that we can loot. Ah! Beer! While few foreigners have much kind to say about the beer in the Deerwood, where locals prefer to indulge in narcotics, beer is still a staple in every inn, home, and drunken feud. Yup, we're taking the beer.
I'm here.
You never know when we might need that. And over here is a grand total of nothing. Should we tell Odenna about this? We probably should tell Odenna about this. I think we should. We'll quickly do that before we go and look at that bush. Where bad things are probably going to happen. Oh, you want to bet bad things are going to happen. I am tempted to sell that armor to you, but we probably shouldn't. Okay.
You're quite friendly, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Let's go.
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Okay, you're not interested in that? That's fair enough. Also, what happens if I keep clicking you?
I'm here. I'm here.
Ah, nothing in particular. Fair enough. Now, I think what we want is here. Just on the edges of the map. Oh. The path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came.
We shouldn't stray too far.
No, we shouldn't. Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans.
Quite friendly, aren't you?
Addert's word. Right,
Absolutely.
we have it. We
I'm
should
here.
go find the man bringing the water. So then we can help him out, and then we can go make the tea, and everything will be fine. I get the feeling things will in fact not be fine. Are you over here? There's here. Or is this what I'm looking for? That's a deer cap. Okay. Deer cap is nothing important. Are you up here? No. Where has he gone? He came over here. And now he is nowhere. I suppose there's this area over... There is that area up there that I haven't checked out. We should probably check that area. He's probably up there. It's the one location left to be explored. And I'm definitely going to save before I go in there. Save early, save often. Okay, anyone here? Anyone here?
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Oh! Pillars of Eternity Combat uses a pausable real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. At the start of combat is one such example. Okay,
What you need?
well, I need you to start having at thee with this young wolf. As this young wolf found some prey, and we're gonna have at thee.
I'm here.
I need you to start shooting. I need you, oh, that's a familiar sound, to go
I'm here.
and attack. Right, let's go! All characters in the game, friend or foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks. Deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on the character's attributes, level, items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defense when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll and is more likely to result in a miss. If accuracy is above, the attack is more likely to result in a crit. Damage reduction. All attacks that do damage have to overcome the target's damage reduction. An enemy's DR reduces the incoming damage by a listed amount. If you're having difficulty hurting an enemy, try switching to a weapon or a tab that does a different damage type. Most enemies are strong against one or two types and weak against a similar number. Okay, so
I'm here.
you have an ability. We do have Second Wind. We also have Marked Prey, which honestly we might use, because you're about to be next to people. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement action from the enemy engaging them. Your characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee weapons. Gotcha! Oh, you scored a crit! A crit is a much better result than a hit, and is more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on a crit. Attacks that inflict status effects or afflictions will have increased duration on a crit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect durations. Well, we win! And this refreshes. Also, there's loot! Wolf hide. The wolves of the Deerwood are a large and crafty breed, bereft of the species' usual shyness, and they present a serious hazard to travellers who venture off the beaten path. Hunters who seek them out will not usually contend with a single wolf, for they travel in packs of varying size, presenting a challenge to any lone hunter. Their furry hides are valued for the warmth they can provide, and the teeth of the strongest wolves make for impressive trophies. Well, that's loot! Loot's always good. And when we come back, folks,
Yes?
we'll step away from this rotting body. We'll keep exploring about the map, looking about for dangers, and returning with a thing that will help us get through this ailment. At least I hope so. This has been a slightly longer video, but we've been exploring about, examining the ins and outs of the systems of the game, and learning how to pronounce things. I appreciate the game showing me how to pronounce things. Oh yeah, one thing to note as well. Someone told me that you gain experience not by defeating enemies, but by learning things about enemies. So we've gained 24 out of 72 experience we can gain from fighting young wolves. When we get to that 72 threshold, we won't gain experience for fighting wolves, but we can still gain loot. And loot's always good. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.